Welcome back, everyone, to the Games Cage podcast. This week, and only this week, we're gonna be talking about 100% of Tiva. Tifa is a very beautiful woman, and she's the only one in the game that doesn't need any weapons. The only weapons is her hands, and those hands can do a lot, like a lot.
Do you think
Fidel, I'll
like
take over.
do you think like do you think like what exactly can she do with that? Like when if she was in bed with you, which
Oh my god.
like which of the which hand move would she use on you? Would she use the supersonic strikers? Would she use I don't know, man. It's a very difficult question.
Any gloves besides the iron gloves?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Cage podcast. Today and only today, that's right. We have the full OG crew back after a while because it's been this whole thing where either one day Noah's not here or one time we had Pio but we lost the audio recording of Animal Crossing and shit. There was a bunch of weird things, but now we're back with the crew. So hello, Mr. Jeff.
Hi, what's up?
Oh, what is up? Not much.
What's going on?
Nothing. And Pio, you're good?
I'm good.
Wow,
I'm very
and
good.
Mr. Noah?
Hello.
How are you, Noah?
Doing pretty good.
You doing pretty good? Living your best life?
Yeah, I'd say
That's
so.
that's kind of clean. And obviously, today is going to be a big show because just like, a couple weeks ago when we were all big on Doom and Animal Crossing, there's a new challenger in the room. It's Mr. Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's right. It's finally here. We're finally here. Now, let's be very clear. Right off the bat. This will be no spoilers, okay? This is a very not spoilery kind of review conversation about the game. Obviously, two of us here have beat it, and one person is really close, and I'm maybe 8 to 9 hours away, maybe. Depending on how much it takes. But we're all pretty, I think we all pretty much know for the most part our thoughts. Obviously what we want to do is do a spoiler cast probably sometime next week just as like a spin-off episode. Imagine that, a Gamescade spin-off episode. That sounds clean. That sounds kind of clean.
A new
Kinda
series.
clean.
Spoilers.
But yeah, so we were going to be talking completely spoiler-free, but we're all going to be giving our overall thoughts on basic things about the game. Obviously, we're going to fucking mention Cloud and Aerith and the characters and shit, but we won't dive into spoilers. We'll talk about the news. We'll read some of your fucked up questions, and that'll be that. And I don't think any of us have played anything other than FF7, so... because usually gaming talk, we talk about other shit we've played too. So let's not fuck around, okay? Let's go round of the table. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to segment it. So first of all, what are your overall thoughts? Let's start with Noah.
All right. So I like a lot of people had insane expectations and hype for this game, and I beat it yesterday. Absolutely surpassed them.
Okay.
It's insane. I don't know how they pulled it off. But the combat, the characters, the story, literally everything is just top quality. And there's like my issues with the game are so minuscule with the big picture that they're nothing to do with the core of the game. And it's just absolutely blew my mind. There were times in the game where I was so freaking hyped for no reason, but it's just the game and the music, which is absolutely incredible. And then there's some times where you get like really hella sad because they just throw that shit at you. But no, dude, it's phenomenal.
It's a godsend for sure.
The people hating on this for being, oh, it's just Midgar. I'm glad it was just Midgar.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of those people kind of disappeared now that they've actually played it.
I actually to put on that, there was 3 people actually tweeted me. They said they were wrong about the game.
Yeah.
They were like big haters before, which I commend. Like if you do that, that's like being props to you. If you can like admit you were wrong.
Yeah, if you can at least be mature enough to be like, I was
Right.
fucking wrong. It really is like a full experience. Because it really is. It is easy to be like, oh, it's just Midgard's gonna be a part of the game, but then like being able to actually play and realize that it's way more than that, and it really is like its own adventure and shit. That's the crazy part. How about Paya? How about you? Overall thoughts? Because you've had the most time with it amongst all of us.
Yeah, so I got the game a whole week early. So what I did, I just took I didn't have to rush anything. I did everything I could in the game, and I took a lot of screenshots, like a lot of screenshots.
A lot.
To me, like first impressions were like in the beginning of the game because everything is so new. I was not used to it, but obviously as you progress, you get used to the gameplay and stuff. It becomes better and better. It goes in deep, like really deep on each character or main characters, and even the side characters, which is really good. The areas are huge. Obviously, you get they're like it's linear game with open world segments without saying too much, basically. Yeah, so I can understand why the game is so big. The gameplay is probably the most unique and best gameplay I've seen because in some bosses like you can't just press square unless you're playing on classic or easy, right?
Yeah.
You have to play it like an action game, but at the same time as a JRPG, especially in hard mode, because in hard mode you have to know every weakness, every enemy, and then you have to change weapons all the time or change elements to the weapons so you can like stagger them, which is basically like stun them and shit stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I love how they combine the action aspect and the JRPG aspect, which it makes it like a ARPG and JRPG at the same time, basically. Which is like just crazy how they pulled it off so well. Because even if the demo only showed up like basic stuff, like super basic stuff. Obviously later on, like without giving too much info, using all 4 characters or 3 characters at the same time is really, really good. Especially if they have different elements. Sure. It's oh my god.
Yeah,
combos you can do are insane.
Yeah, we'll talk about the game because I want to like go like first overall that I want to get into like why that combat system is so such. But how about you, Jeff? What are your so far overall thoughts?
So I'm really close. Like I'm about to beat the game in like maybe 1 hour. And overall, I really love the game. It's maybe like in my top 3 favorite Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
I think it's number 3.
Okay. What are the 2 ahead of it?
Number 1 is still 10.
Okay.
And number 2 might be 13.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. I love I like 13 more than this one.
Wow. Okay.
You know, like my main issue with the game kind of like ruined the entire pace for me.
Okay.
Like they feel like they have to put all these like fucking adventure game segment in it that actually fucking destroy the pacing for me.
Right.
Like all this part where you have to walk very slow areas, like all this climbing segment, all these unnecessary ladders, all these like weird ass puzzle with like hands and like I was like, why do you do that? You don't do that. And then my second issue with it is like I feel like you never like they never let you enjoy your party. Like they never give you an entire party like Ares, Barret, Tifa, and Cloud. Like it only lasts 5 minutes at most if you have the entire party. Like you never feel like you can actually enjoy like all you like upgrades and stuff because they strip your party away every time.
That's a fair point.
In a big ass JRPG, like in a big ass like 100 hours JRPG, it would be fine. But like it's a more condensed experience.
Right.
So like if they do that all the time, at the end of the day, you never feel like you fully enjoy your party. And then my third might be shit. I wouldn't call it an issue. Like I feel like this is
about
just
his
like
flaws before is what he loves about it.
Yeah, he doesn't like the game as much.
I wouldn't call it an issue. I would just call it like a weird choice because like some of the areas are like they just slap an entire PNG for the background and just like okay, it's done. Like, why would you do that?
It's that one area.
I understand like the concept of limitation, but like at least try something. Don't do that. Like some areas are just like straight up PNGs. Like you just look at the like a blurry ass PNG in the back. I was like, bro.
Yeah, why not a full resolution PNG at least?
If it was full res,
and
I don't think it would.
What I like about the game,
yeah, give us what you love.
Okay, number 1, Cloud.
Of course.
Like I think we might have right here like the best Final Fantasy protagonist ever, like hands down. Like the more like you play the game and he opens up and he does shit like he wouldn't do normally. Like he just like bro, everything Cloud does in this game like feels like he feels like it's part of the story because everything he does adds something to his character. Like every line, every movement he does adds something to it.
Oh,
I
shit.
just love his design so much. I just love like the way he talks. I love his voice actor. I love everything about Cloud.
Yeah,
I love
he's-
everything about any character in the game. In fact, like
Yeah.
Barrett.
Oh, Barrett the homie, dude.
Barrett
Barrett
is-
the homie.
I love this man.
It's
I love Barrett.
yeah, no, I mean like I fucking so far like I really adore the game. Like I think it's phenomenal. I've been having an incredible time with it. It's just like the what the fuck, Johnny? the thing about the game for me is it really blew me away. Like it's a game that I think is so special because it's very rare. I feel like when there's I feel like it's because JRPGs in general, they're usually not like usually not like I mean some of them are. They're usually not cinematic. A lot of them like for example a game like Persona 5, I adore that game. But it's not like there's like crazy set pieces in Persona 5, right? It's all about the style and like the stories and stuff. Whereas
They
here
usually have like one formula and like one loop, and they let you enjoy
exactly.
it.
Yeah. Whereas like this game it like
holds your hands all the way through. Like
yeah. Whereas like this game, I feel like it's that magical thing where it has the mix of cinematic elements. Like, bro, it's not even a spoiler, but like one of the earliest things, it's like that people have seen in chairs, like the motorcycle scenes. Like you have a fucking anime sword battle on a fucking motorcycle. Like, are you
Yeah,
kidding me? Like,
I love it.
it's like there's so many moments in the game where you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? Where it makes you feel like a badass. Again, like I said, it's like and
Dancing.
yeah, we won't dive, but like they do some crazy shit. And again, what I love about the game is it doesn't try to be super serious all the time. It knows what it is. It's anime as fuck, but it also tells us a story that's actually like really like understandable for the basic like let's say if you wanted to introduce someone to JRPGs, I feel like this is such an awesome entry because like the story is essentially about like pollution and terrorism in some ways. So it's like it's a simple story to grasp for people that aren't too into JRPGs, but it also can show you why JRPGs are so fucking cool because like you
It
don't
gets really later on, like
Yeah.
real.
bro, like, it's like I mean there's a fucking fight, there's a boss fight with a fucking house, and it's like also the thing about this game is I feel like there definitely are two perspectives, right? There's the perspective of you've played the original game, so you notice all the changes and differences and all of that, and that blows you away more. And then there's obviously like the new. Has everyone here played the original? Or I think Noah
I didn't
hasn't.
beat it. Only played it. I didn't beat it.
I think I'm the only one that has.
No, Paya, did you?
I'm doing that soon.
Yeah,
You've beaten it, right?
yeah.
Okay. As someone who since like I think you and I have fully played it, really. Like, how did you feel whenever you'd see like something that reminded you of the? Unless it's not fresh in your mind, I'm not sure.
It was probably the beginning, and I mean, it's not a spoiler, but like areas. I would say areas area and the beginning, of
Right.
course.
Yeah.
And of course, like the first boss is obviously like that area where they bomb.
Obviously, yeah.
That was yeah, and the ladders and stuff, and it was like, especially like the church part and all that. Like
Oh yeah.
it was like, oh my, like the like how just the animations and
Mhm.
just like you can tell that they put a lot of work into this. They want to make it as good as
Oh,
they
yeah.
could with the remake. Like
Well, yeah.
yeah.
No, it's crazy, yeah, because like even like for me, I played FF7 last year on Switch when it came out again. I played it before in my life, so I'm really familiar with the game. But it's like last year I specifically played the Midgar part of the game, so it's really fresh in my mind, and it really is insane to see how some areas are actually recreated like unbelievably faithfully. Like it's like it literally like I picture how it used to look and see how it looks now. It's almost like how back then I imagined it looking. And seeing that perspective is insane. Seeing just obviously like having actual fleshed out characters and moments and everything. And again, we'll get into it, but man, the combat system I think is actually like genius. It doesn't feel, because a lot of issues people had with FF15, right, with it going fully action, was that it felt button mashy, right? Of a square, dodge, square, dodge, right? Here, you cannot get away with just pressing square, bro. Like you have like we're gonna get it because the combat system's super unique, but I adored that. The characters are so fleshed out. The world like I can't believe how much more now you care about Midgar as a city, how you feel the impact of your actions, of Shinra's actions, and everything in there. It's like they add weight to everything that's in that world and story and stuff. Like, I mean, let's talk about that because, like, without like no spoilers, but, like, because I think this game, one of the best things they did is the characters, right? They feel so fleshed out, and I feel like actually everyone kind of has a different favorite character, right? Like, who's everyone's favorite so far?
Besides Cloud, of course.
Of you, for you, it's Cloud. Yeah, that's like Jeff.
Say Cloud, so we can just say beside Cloud.
Yeah, but like, how did you feel about Cloud? Like, what do you think is the biggest difference between before and now?
Ooh, me?
Yeah, you.
I think this version of Cloud is like more self-aware.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like he just started breakdancing like at someone that was like dying from, and then sometimes it's just like he noticed that he's too close for no reason and he starts opening up. You see?
Oh yeah.
I feel like he's more self-aware to like what he is and what he needs to say, because like if he's still like emo and closed up all the way through, like it obviously won't work with his team because they need communication.
Yeah, I mean,
you understand more the situation than the old Cloud.
Yeah, even like when Tifa at some point says like, "Oh, you're losing your hard edge," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Like that's such a self-aware line of it. Paya, what about you? Who was your favorites like in the game? Like, who do you think you really loved?
Can you guess?
Obviously, Miss Tifa.
Yeah, but okay, but outside of Tifa, I would say, okay, so the biggest difference from the original game to this game is, I think, to me, Aerith. I never really loved her like in this game, but it goes so deep, like just telling about her mom and her house and like how important she is to everyone else in the game without telling too much, basically.
Yeah.
How people just love her in general in the game, and it makes you feel for her more than I ever could in the original, because in the original it was more to me about. There's 3 parts, right? Obviously, there's the Midgard part, which is the first disc.
Yeah.
Then there's the middle part, of course, where other things happen. And of course, there's all the build up to the last boss with all Earth and all that stuff. So it's like I think they're gonna do that too, like 3 parts of the remake.
Right. Yeah. No. That's like Aerith. I agree with you because Aerith back then. It always came off as she was like the cute and innocent one, and like she was kind of plastic. But like here, it's so cool how like when you'll hang out with her and Cloud, especially when it's just them two, like she like has a funny banter with them. They joke around with each other. Like it's really cool to see. Like she's not afraid to make a snide comments to him or joke around with him. No, what about you? Who are your like standouts?
No, I definitely agree. Like, there's the main cast in general.
Oh yeah.
Like, and agreeing with that, like, Aerith's hilarious, constantly messing around. I do agree with Jeff about Cloud because you go across the course of the game and even to the very end, and you just feel so satisfied with the character's growth. Like, he grows so much over the game. Barrett too. Another really big standout.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Barrett's Barrett. They really did an amazing job with him.
Main people, and even Red 13, but like the main cast is just unreal. Like,
yeah, they're special. Yeah,
I don't think there's very few games that have like had such a stellar main cast where everyone is into depth. Like, there's only a couple I could list.
I mean, even like in the original game, like the 3, like Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse. In the original game, like they're like, okay, they're like these cool 3 dudes or one girl. But it's like in this game, there's so much more than that because they actually like. We won't get into what happens in the original game with them just in case, but it's like the way they flesh them out in this game makes you actually give a shit about their actions and what they do. And it makes it so that there's like actual emotional impact. Like, this isn't a spoiler, but man, the fact that Jesse is someone we could say like that you could have wanted to see end up with Cloud is amazing. Like, it's like she is like. Also, everyone is horny in this game, by the way.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that's even a joke. Everyone is horny.
I mean,
Yeah,
they are.
It's because like back then, like yeah, yes, obviously Tifa and Eric were horny for a club, but it's like I think in this game it's seeing their eyes, right? Like seeing like especially because
Dude,
the
their
main
eyes
characters,
are
yeah,
so. Oh my
it's insane. That's yeah, it's like the main character models in this game, right? Like the NPCs or whatever, they look okay, but it's like obviously because like the main character models look unfucking believable, literally like a CG movie. It's like you can literally see like the look on their eye when they stare at like Cloud, or when they're scared of something and you see that fear. It's like that's such a hard thing to convey in video games because like facial expressions have always been kind of a weird thing for developers to try and nail.
Yeah.
Out of like CG cutscenes, right? So it's like seeing their fucking faces and like and even the hair textures and like oh my, the way the camera pans from like a cutscene to the battles.
I've never seen a game do that. That's insane.
Yeah, because it does it constantly in like such a fucking cool way. Like and that's the thing about the game, like it's just gorgeous. Now let's talk about one aspect that obviously which is like a big one. Let's talk about the combat system because I think the combat system here is the shining star. Pio, what do you like? Can you explain it to us? What's unique about it? What do you love about it?
Okay, so basically, like I told you before, it's like a JRPG mixed with an action game, but you can basically make it only action game with the shortcuts and stuff.
Yeah.
But what I really like about it, like, is obviously if you play on normal and hard, you have to like kind of adapt to it. Whereas like in the beginning, okay, sure, if there's like only human enemies, you can just hold square or just press square to kill them. But later on, especially harder enemies, you have to like learn. There's different parry techniques, right? Especially if you use materia. There's like the parry where you block and they attack you, and you have to like attack at the same time to parry it, which is the hardest part because you have to like perfectly time it.
Right.
And then you get a materia, which is basically like a little stone you can add or like an item, and you add it, and then there's like a dodge to parry. So like if you dodge and they attack you, it will like jump on him and do animation and then like attack. Yeah,
like
it's
if you
especially.
dodge...
Yeah, you just press circle when they attack you, and they will like jump on them, and you can attack. So you can like do combo to that. And then the third one is not directly spoiled, but it comes later on. It's basically do with the weapons.
Okay.
Some weapons have special counters to them, which without giving too much spoilers. Obviously, the most useful or the easiest one to use is the dodge one because it's like 1 second, whereas like the attack one, they basically have to hit you almost, and then you hit them at the same time.
Right. Well, I know.
Like, yeah. But what's so cool about that is no matter what the attack is, they have different animations for everything. So let's say a human enemy does attack with he shoots you. If you counter that, he will like jump on him. But if he attack, like if he tries to hit you with his hands, it will be a different animation.
Right.
Same thing with other enemies. Like this is a robot, right?
Yeah.
He does one of those spin attacks. He will jump on the robot and do like a slash on him. Like
that's
just
fucking crazy.
They have different animations for different counters. It's like they put a lot of work into the gameplay, a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I have a lot of hours. I've like played this game twice now with New Games Plus on that. Jesus. Not a single time I've had like a glitch or anything in the gameplay.
Oh yeah, never.
That's like, and I don't even have updates. This is just the disc.
That's
I have
crazy.
0 updates. There's no updates yet. Day 1 patch or whatever.
Insane.
I have 1.00 playing with that. So there's no patch. As of right now.
And I know Jeff was praising the fact that you can keep using your Buster Sword, right?
Oh yeah. Basically, I was saying that this game like introduced. I'm not sure like any game does that. I don't, to my knowledge, no. But it has one of the best ideas I've seen like in any RPG. Like you see every time you see like a main character on the cover, he has like his signature weapon, like his weapon he keeps like with him, the canon weapon.
Yeah.
So like in this game, since it's an RPG and you have to unlock new weapon, you have to like unlock new stuff. The thing is like, how do they do that? They just let you try the new weapons, learn the like every weapon has like one ability that's only like for this weapon. So like when you unlock a new weapon, you can use this weapon, learn the ability, and transfer that ability to the main weapon.
Yeah, I
so,
found
like,
that
it forces you
genius.
to like who's playing? What the fuck?
It's Pio. It's Pio.
No, I'm not.
I hear a joystick. Someone's playing.
I'm not. I'm at the boss, so I'm a hard boss.
Yeah.
I can't be playing.
So like force you to try new weapons so you can transfer like the unique ability to your main weapon. So like at the end of the day, you come back to your main weapon, but at least you try new weapons, and you're enticed to buy new weapons and try everything so you can have like a more complete weapon. You see?
For sure. Yeah, like I agree with that. I think that's a genius mechanic because like there's obviously something so satisfying. It's like about the Buster Sword, right? And like how significant that is to
I think
Cloud.
the most balanced sword of all of them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's coolest. No, it's amazing. And so, which out of the so because you basically can play as Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, and Bear. Who? So, which ones were your favorite? Like, obviously, other than Cloud, which one was your second favorite characters? Like all of you.
Honestly, I I think I found the most fun out of Barrett.
Oh
To be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. I honestly really love
Because-
Barrett. He's cool.
Because Barrett was really cool because you can, you would shoot, and if you held down square, he would get another attack that would give him a little boost to his overcharge, which is his triangle ability. But I just found him to be really unique and fun to be, and he's still a range fighter.
Pio.
Okay, Jeff, go first.
Go.
I'd say Barrett as well, but like not his gun hand. Like you can unlock a new hand that allows you to like melee
that was-
combat.
Really?
Yes, and that shit is actually fucking like he's legit a fucking tank. Like you rush to the enemy, oh my god, he's
Oh
so
my
like
God.
fun.
Pio. I know. I think who it is, but would you like to tell the crowd?
Okay, so obviously I like Cloud. Cloud has the most moves and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But
I think
later
we all
on,
love Cloud.
I think later on the most important character, especially with hard boss fight, is Tifa.
Oh yeah.
Because so basically when you stun an enemy, you do more damage, like 160%,
Yeah,
200%.
the stagger.
She can get staggered up to 500%
How?
if you do it correctly.
Yeah.
You learn abilities, but basically her triangle uppercut
Yeah.
that staggers like 5%. If you build that, if you do her strength thing where she has yellow fists, it goes up 10%.
So
Then you do it again, 15%, and then
She
later on she
triggers
gets
the
the
stagger?
ability. Yeah. So if she do save all that for Tifa, and so you basically start with the triangle, then go square, triangle, square, and you build that up. Just do that with her, and with the other people, let's say Cloud, he has a limit.
Mm-hmm.
When I save up a limit for Cloud, and they're like at 400% something, and he does that, I think the most damage I did with Cloud's limit was like 48k or something. Like it was instant death.
But like, how do you? Because my stagger's always at 160%. How do you up it?
Okay, so the last weapon of hers
Okay.
unlocks the ability,
Oh,
the best ability. But if you don't have that, you know the ability where she goes like woof, and like basically how do you say it? Like she gets strength. Like after, yeah. So if you use that, each hit will do more stagger, especially when you press triangle. Her triangle is the stagger. But later on, she gets an ability where you hit every time you hit it, it's 30% stagger.
Yeah, like I was so surprised, like when I was experimenting with Tifa, being like, wait, what happens if I use the up strength and then I use that attack where she like moves really quickly in 3 different spots, and that ups her strength, and then you do triangle. And it does like a full crazy animation. Like I love that shit. Like yeah, Tifa, other than obviously Cloud, was my favorite gameplay style because like as someone who loves fighting games, she really reminds me of a fighting game character. Just like the way you can actually, because I feel like she's one of the few where you can chain combos, which is really fucking cool. I think
you
that's
can.
genius. Yeah,
You
like
can.
I love that shit. And it's like, I think what's cool is like, again, this game, I really think solves a big issue a lot of modern day action JRPGs have faced, where it's like, because I guess again, especially with FF15, which is like it's the closest example because they're both at home here. In that game, it's just you can spam your potions, right? Here, you have this mechanic where you only have 2 bars, right, that you can fill up at once, and because of that, you actually have to think about your decisions. You have to be like, okay, am I gonna spend this bar to heal, or should I go for a heavy hit, right? And it's a very risk reward thing. And again, okay, because I haven't really mentioned it, but the fact that you can basically stop every fight, right? Like by pressing R2, right, to slow motion it. Because it's not like one of those fake slow motions where it's just like it's slow for 2 seconds. Like you could be on there for like a while, and
Yeah.
you can just literally strategize the next set of moves that are gonna go. Like let's say everybody has 2 bars filled. You could be like, okay, I'm gonna press R2 once, make him heal the party, and I'm gonna press this again, and I'm gonna make this character use their spell on this enemy. Now, once I activate that spell, I'm gonna. It's like you can. It's unbelievable how it's a mix of like real time action with like old school turn based action. Like
They did it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so shocked. Like,
exactly.
yeah, like imagine telling someone like 5 years ago, oh, they're gonna make a game basically like, oh, Devil May Cry and the JRPG combined, like
Exactly,
basically, and
yeah,
Kingdom
yeah,
Hearts and
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, because this, yeah, a lot of things like Kingdom Hearts here, but
And I do
it was
want to
like,
on the combat.
yeah,
The switching between the characters simultaneously is absolutely genius.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thank God
Like,
you can do that.
being able to run up and hit with Cloud and then go back behind with someone like with another character, and
Mhm.
if Cloud's low, heal him up and stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
so
No, I mean the best compliment you can give it in any kind of game is you look for an excuse to get in a fight in this game.
yeah.
Like you're
Like,
not you never want to skip a battle.
Like even on hard difficulty, I'm max level, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you can just run from the fight. You don't have to fight everything.
Mhm.
But I choose to fight anyway, just because it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a
Like,
good, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously if you get stuck in the hit, you can almost die. But even like if I can just escape, I prefer to fight instead of just running away, because it's so good. Like it's just so fun.
Yeah.
You know?
And obviously it has those cool like JRPG elements where like you're upgrading your skill tree, which is like, and each weapon has a different skill tree that you're upgrading, and you can up how many materia slots you have, and obviously those materia slots allow you to put like another what's it called? Another magic skill, another attack. It's like I just think it's like it's such a it's just so well, it's so smartly thought out, it's so well done. Again, the way they fleshed out Midgar as a city and a place and everything is like it's beautiful, it's insane. And so how did you guys feel so far? I mean, because I haven't done them all yet, but and I know people are 50-50 on this, some love it, some don't. How did you feel about the side quests?
It depends which one. Like,
Yeah.
there's no side quest that I didn't like, because even the like go do this and nothing happens basically side quest, which there are some few. At least they give some more information about the characters.
Yeah.
For example, there's a side quest, without giving a spoiler, basically. There's a quiet side quest which is basically just, oh, go here and just do something.
Right.
But because you go there, at least you get a weapon from it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a pointless side quest, but you get a good weapon. Like you actually get a good,
Yeah,
which I
exactly.
didn't expect. But at least there's something like that. So they give you good stuff, bracelets, materia, sometimes weapons in rare cases. So they give you at least good stuff. So they have like a purpose, even if they are maybe not the best.
What's the fucking what's the mini game that made you break your controller? Because so far none of them have made me want to like break a controller.
You're not gone there. So basically, the mini game, I accidentally, basically what happened was, it's the pull-ups one.
Okay.
I got tied with him 8 times in a row.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, not every single time was the same score. So one time was 44, one time was 48 pull-ups, one time was 47. And I'm like, how can the fuck he get 44 at one time and then 48 at the same time as I get 48? So like the last time, I think, I forget what it was. I accidentally like just took my left hand and pulled it down and my right hand up. So it just snapped the controller in half, basically.
Jesus.
So it wasn't like on purpose, because obviously it's the $500 million special controller. I don't want to break that controller, obviously. So it wasn't even on purpose. It was like a reaction to it. I was like, fuck, when I broke it. But
So you broke the rare controller?
Yeah, and the cheapest one is like $200, so I'm not gonna rebuy it.
Jeff, what the fuck?
What?
He broke his rarest controller.
He broke the 500 million.
I mean, deserve it.
You're a psychopath.
It wasn't on purpose, at least. So
You have deep-seated issues rooted into your childhood.
but it wasn't on purpose, though. I'll say that.
Does that make it okay?
Actually, just moved one hand up and moved one hand down to snap that controller in half. Says a lot.
Jesus. But yeah, like
No, the side quest.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it.
They really make you feel connected to Midgar, and that's why I feel like I really throughout the whole game. It's like you really feel connected to these citizens and what they're feeling.
Mhm.
But like I feel like even like Pylo said, like every side quest, even if it was simple, felt meaningful
Mhm.
and rewarding. because, like you said, even if you don't get a big reward out of it, you're still like learning more about the city and the people inside of it. And I
Right.
think that's valuable, and a lot of games don't do that.
And one thing I really loved was I loved how the civilians in a town are aware of what's happening, right? So like let's say a big moment just happened in the game, they'll like you can go listen to conversation and they're talking about it, right? Like you have little dialogues and like every like civilian, like I don't know, they're hanging out with their friends or they're sitting on a table, they all have like a little thing to say with their friends. It's like I think I love that, like stuff like that, because it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like they just dropped NPCs in there, right? It feels like they actually like not necessarily thought about them, but it's like they put them in there and they're actually having conversations about what's going on and they're reacting, and it makes you feel for them. So like when something horrible happens and they're reacting, you're like, fuck, man. It's like that's
Yeah.
how people would react to something like this going on.
And not only that, like one thing I noticed, I didn't think I saw like a single NPC, like twice of them. They have like all different NPCs,
Oh,
not like, different voice acting and stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
no games like you see multiple times the same NPC, just copy paste. With this game, you can tell that it didn't want like the same NPCs everywhere, which is kind of cool.
This game it's special. Like it's one of those games you don't get often because again, like I said, it's a mix of cinematic gameplay with incredible action, with incredible, like it's again like a game like Uncharted, right? You're getting incredible like set pieces, but that's sacrificing like incredible gameplay because the gunplay is, it's fun, but that's it. Whereas
It's
this
decent,
game,
basically.
yeah, whereas
Yeah.
like this game, it follows everything where like the action's over the top, the story's incredible, the game looks beautiful, and it feels like an amazing fucking incredible package.
I would say the character models, like if you just look at the character models, are probably the best I've seen in the game.
Oh, they're
Like
insane.
you can, okay, for example, there's parts where you only play as Tifa, which is not a spoiler or anything, but you can just, if you zoom in on her, like on her eyes, like she's blinking all the time, she's like giving different expressions of the face, and this is not like this is not like a cutscene. This is like
Oh yeah.
you can make her anytime you want, but she's blinking. She's like, you can tell like sometimes she like swallows her spit or something. Like it's like she acts like a normal human,
Right.
and she's like it's real time gameplay. Especially like if you like put on your controller for like 2 minutes.
I actually walked like towards the light and cloud covered his eyes.
No, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's probably
So much attention to detail in this game. It's ridiculous.
so you can tell like especially there, but like I'm so impressed with the character models. I can just imagine like the next game or next gen hardware because obviously it's gonna be a different cycle of development of the shit.
It's gonna look. I was thinking about that yesterday. It's gonna look like 10 times better than this.
Yeah, because obviously they have to steal the game on base PS4. But I think the next game they said that the next game they said that it's gonna be like a cross gen. But I think it's gonna be like different versions. They're not gonna only have a PS4 version. I think it's gonna have a PS5 version and like better developed basically from the ground up.
Yeah, and we have to think about this too. This game a year from now will be on PC.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
That's day one.
Imagine this game in 60 FPS. Oh my god.
Oh
like-
yeah, for real. The particles flying around.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
About that, but the particles.
I don't think I've ever praised a game for particle effects, but this game has the fucking because this game they're everywhere, bro. Like you see the fucking sparks coming out. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like when you hit a robot in this game, you see sparks coming out of them, and it's so fucking cool. Like that's like about this game. It's so fucking cool. Again, I can't wait till we do a spoiler cast just so we can like fucking nerd out about all the crazy shit that happens.
Especially when you finish the game, it's gonna be interesting to think.
Oh, I cannot wait. Yeah,
The end of the game just makes it even better.
I can't wait,
Yeah.
man. Again, like, it's special. It's a fucking special game. So, before we go into news and stuff, so would you say this is this everyone already's game of the year? I assume.
Oh yeah, I don't think anything will be.
Yeah, and that's like, do you think something will be able to beat it?
No.
Cyberpunk, I don't think will even come close to it. I think it'll be a great game, and it's not. It's CD Projekt Red. It's not gonna come. And Xenoblade already is in one of my favorite games of all time, but it's a remake. I already know I'm gonna love it.
It's 1-to-1, so you know
Exactly.
more of
This
what
is
like,
different.
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's not like built from the ground up like this.
Yeah.
It's not the same type of remake,
But
basically.
I feel like this is just super special. Like really, really special, and I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Even if they did 3D Mario Collection, I don't think that would beat this. Like, no way.
Personally,
Yeah.
I can see games like Cyberpunk, Last of Us, and like many other big games coming close. But for me personally, like I don't think any game will top that.
Yeah, this is your style, which is perfect. Yeah, no,
Like
even
the
yeah.
most mid game you can make this year.
Oh yeah. Like again, like unless like I said, unless Nintendo pulls something crazy out of their hat for the fall, even for me, like this is gonna be a tough one to top for Game of the Year. Like I cannot just believe how
Like
special
I
this game
said, this
is.
is my top three favorite fantasy, but like, it's still like one of fucking 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
I can't believe they pulled it off.
That yeah,
because
like, that's
basically
the thing.
the only issue I really did have is gonna be or like patch or whatever. It's not gonna be there anyway. So like the only issue I have is the texture issue, which is not gonna be there on next gen and PC.
Right.
So it's not really an issue anyway. So
And that goes along with what Jeff mentioned earlier. The big issue I had, which is not even that big, when I still was minuscule, there's a section where you climb up onto this thing, and like you said, there's like this 480p picture, and that's the background around you, and it just looks horrible. But that's hardware limitations, and it'll get fixed. But it's so the fact that I can say that's my one problem with the game really tells you a lot.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it's fuck, what was I gonna say? No, I really do think it's a game like it. You have to play it. Like to say for someone to say this is just like a part of a game. It's not. It really is. Like I even think Remake
full
is shorting
story.
is putting it. It's
It's a reboot.
reimagining.
It's a reboot.
Yeah,
It's a reboot, reimagining, and remake in one basically.
because it is
Because
like
something like this has
yeah.
never been done.
that's like it's like it
Not
really
like
is.
this.
Yeah, it's
There's
a
so
reimagining
much-
where
there's
it
so much new stuff.
yeah. Like that's like there's so many elements that are new that I think are gonna affect the future titles, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Exactly. And it's like I think that's important because it gives this style of game its own identity and its own flavor. But also paying respect to the original game. Like it reminds me, obviously, like one is a very small scale, but last year with RE2 remake, right, where that game didn't just remake RE2, right? It took what you loved about that game, enhanced it, made it better, added new elements to it, and it's what you remember feeling playing that game back then, even though they've added a bunch of elements. And obviously, again, like I said, smaller scale, but like this game really is just like everything is extra in the best way possible. Like they go 250% with every moment that they have to. And it's incredible. And again, we're going to be talking about this throughout the year. Where would you say out of your PS4 games this would be? Like, is this
Not one. Number one.
this is number one for sure?
Yes. There's like sometimes like I can get a feeling, but I already beat it. Like, okay, so sometimes you're so hyped about the game the first day or two, but like I still want to keep playing it. On my third playthrough, basically right now in hard mode, and I'm not tired of it. That tells you everything. Like usually when I beat a game, maybe once, maybe twice, and like I don't want to play it anymore. But like this game, I'm not tired at all. Like I don't like. I just want to keep playing it.
Right.
Like if they make a let's say a PS5 only version, I'm gonna 100% that too.
Right.
Like if they like a patch or like you can buy from the store or some shit, right?
That's
I will buy that too
insane.
again. Like
Yeah.
in easy mode. Like there's no doubt.
It's insane.
It's just there's not a lot of games that can make you say like, hey, I want to play that again. Or even what I did. This game came out Thursday at 11 my time, and I beat it Saturday at 6. I played 31 hours between that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, not many games can do that.
Nah.
To pull you in like that, and just I don't know, and I want to replay it.
No, it's
It's like you play a lot of hours and take basically I take a break, just take a break. Not because I'm sick of it, just because like it's not good to play a long time.
Yeah.
There's like other games like I would take a break maybe 3 hours because like I would just want I'm not into play,
Damn.
for a moment being.
Jeff, for PS4, is this like your top one or top three or
Top one, easy.
top one? It's number one. Damn. All right. Well, yeah, we have a crowned jewel for PlayStation. Now,
Well,
again,
all right, Jeff. To be sure, when he says PS4 games, he counts Nier Automata too.
No.
No, they're all PS4
When I
games.
said
We're
PS4,
talking-
I mean PS4 exclusive.
No, all PS4 games. Devil May Cry, Nier, all Red
All
Dead.
PS4 games definitely in my top 5.
Top 5. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this game
Yeah.
is. I think this would be like my top 3.
Dragon Ball and Persona.
I think this
Right?
this could be better. Again, I have to beat this to see if it's better than Persona or not. But Dragon Ball definitely it's still ahead because that's more like out of sentimental value.
Yeah, that's like your game.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not. Bro, Persona can't even stand. Oh my god.
Oh
no,
shit.
it can't even compete with this.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, I will not accept this Persona slander from you,
The
ladies.
gameplay is too good here, to be honest with you. It's too good.
Persona isn't even the best RPG on PS4.
No, it's so overrated.
Slander. No.
Why you didn't beat
It's
this
not a
stuff?
bad game. It's not a bad game.
Slander.
No one, you don't deserve to. You can't just say.
No one deserves to shit on Persona 5. Fantastic
It's
game.
just such an overrated game.
Because you don't
It
play
is.
it. It's not. Just because a game is popular does not mean it's overrated. That's a
It's
fact.
not overrated. There's just better games out there on PS4.
Yeah. It's an extremely style. Anyways, we're not going to fucking talk
Dragon
about.
Quest 11 is actually better.
What?
Yes,
What'd you say?
Dragon Quest 11 is better than Persona 5.
I mean, to
Oh,
be fair,
wow.
but that's not a hot take. I would sit there and say that's like for me, that's like always been a debate. I don't know which one I like more. I adore both. I think they're both fucking fantastic. But so obviously we'll talk about more about FF7 in a spoiler mode. But this game, obviously, go fucking play it if you haven't. Let's talk about some news. There's not too much news this week, so we'll get into questions sooner. Let's start with something that broke this morning because this keeps happening to Capcom and specifically Resident Evil for some fucking reason. Someone has fucking beef. Jeff, why do people? What's going on with? Why is it
I
Resident
don't know
Evil?
what's going on at Capcom. I really don't. Like,
Bro,
what the
It's only Resident Evil, nothing else
like
leaks.
not only is it a leak, they fucking leaked the lineup. Like we know what Resident Evil game is coming out next year.
Yeah, and the
Resident Evil game is coming the year after.
what the
We know they're also
fuck?
interested in doing more remakes.
It's so weird. What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on here.
But why don't you headline what the news broke today?
So Resident Evil 4 remake is pretty much set for 2022.
Let's go.
But the thing is, it's not handled by Capcom themselves,
Mhm,
by like a third party, I would say, second party studio.
mhm.
Why did I name myself?
Pio, close and open your call.
Okay.
Cool. There you go.
So it's like a studio outside of Capcom.
Mhm.
So like that makes me think like they won't change much. Like the Area 2 and Area 2 remakes, it'll probably
Right.
be the same exact game, but with just like a new engine, new graphics.
Yeah, they probably have to with that game.
Because if it's a studio that doesn't have any experience with Resident Evil, like I can't imagine them changing anything else.
Yeah. No, I mean, they know how special RE4 is to people, so they know it's probably going to mainly be graphics and obviously the tank control stuff. Like, and again, like, think about how incredible that would make that game. Like, you would take one of the best games of all time, make it fucking beautiful, fix some things about it, and like, you
Sounds
could have a
like
fucking
FF7.
banger.
Do you guys think it's gonna be like they made it from the ground up, like RE2 and RE3, or gonna be like just an upgrade version?
Ground up.
I'm pretty sure it's ground up, right? Like, I think they're going to use the RE engine.
Yeah, but well, just not with that engine. Just
Yeah.
modify it.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's like Jeff said, like, RE4 is a little different where it's like, it's pretty much perfect to people. So they can't
Yeah.
take too many creative liberties with it. Maybe
From
they
what
can
I've seen-
incorporate the new version of, obviously, like, it'll be cool to finally see the newer version of Leon and Claire. Who shows up in RE4?
Leon, Ada Wong, and
Yeah, that one has a segment too.
yeah, I think it's first.
Okay. But yeah, who
one
knows? Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, no. So that'll be exciting shit. Next one, Pio.
Yes.
You are our resident PlayStation guy. The
Yeah.
PS5 controller. I'm sure we all have stuff to say about it, but and everyone's seen it, so we don't have to fucking like explain it. How do you feel about the PlayStation 5 controller, which was revealed by PlayStation?
Well, it's basically like I want. It's a bit bulkier. The trigger buttons at the back are better, which I wanted to. I can deal without the touchpad, but I can understand I would have touchpad because of the VR stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the only time the few times I like actually have used from the touchpads is the VR. That's basically it. But what's notable to me, right, which the
Uh-huh.
most important thing in all of this is that it has a USB-C, which
Oh,
is basically like it's gonna have at least like 30-hour battery life. Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be better than Switch Pro. I'm not sure about that, but at least I would say at least 30, which is like
That would be
this
insane.
is the PS4 is like 8 if you like
Yeah.
put on the settings. It's like 8, and then it's like has no battery life,
Yeah.
which is like just have 3 or 4 times more than that, and we're good. That's all I want.
I'm with you. I think if the battery lasts 30, I'll be fucking happy. Yeah, let's see. What do you have? So yeah, now it's called the Dual Sense instead of Dual Shock, which is interesting.
And I also hope this is the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it has fast charge. So let's say you come home one day, you only want to play like 2 hours, right? But you have no battery life at all, like at all.
Yeah.
So what you can do is just put it in there. If you have like a short wire or something for like 10 minutes, it has like 5 hours of battery or something.
That'd be awesome.
Or like 15 minutes. Yeah, I hope it has fast charge.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And it also has a mic, which is you know.
It'll probably be like a really garbage mic.
Probably not.
Yeah, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, rechargeable battery, new.
That's probably for the VR stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably for the VR stuff, I would guess.
And again, I really hope because they're changing the share button to create button. I really hope it's a fucking easier and more enjoyable process because the one they have now is horrible for videos. Like I really want it to be seamless. I press it because man, when I want to take a picture in RE4, because you want to take a picture, you gotta press share and triangle, right?
Yeah. No. There's a setting you can change it. Just press share one time and takes a picture.
Okay, good, yeah.
So you can change that if you want to.
But it's like even when I want to edit the video, I don't want to like tap out of the game, go to the capture library. It suspends the game. It takes it. It's like I want it to be this thing where I click it. It takes me to this cool UI menu system, and you can choose and edit everything and post it. And for the love of fuck, don't put that link on the fucking bottom of a video. No one,
please.
No one wants that. Nobody. Like, I don't think. I wonder what the percentages of people that ever press that link. It's probably 0.5%.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Noah, how do you feel about the PS5 controller?
Imagine also like how few people buy a game. Like
exactly.
How many people ever buy? Like nobody does that ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah.
Spectral 3 looks ugly and you look like a ad. Yeah.
And it takes forever to upload a video. Oh my! Like it's like when you choose to upload a video to Twitter, it takes so long to post.
Yeah.
So please just fix that, and I think they will. Noah, how do you feel about the PS5 controller?
I like it. I think it's nice. Like Pyle said, I get why they added the touchpad. It's not really needed though. I like that they made the light bar on the side though, so it's not going to be draining that battery as much. Yeah, it's a sleek looking controller though. I like it. I like the two-tone. I know a lot of people don't. And people were freaking out about that. Like, bro, look how many color options there are for DualShock 4.
Right.
There's gonna be a controller that you can buy that's all black.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm very interested. It's funny to me that they revealed the controller before the console.
The fuck?
The fuck?
The fuck?
What?
No, we heard a sneeze. I think it's someone at your place, probably.
Me?
Who sneezed?
I heard it too.
Wait, what?
Sounds a distant too.
Yeah, someone in the background somewhere sneezed.
Yeah, it was not. I heard it too.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Okay.
Maybe you should call the Ghostbuster or something.
What the fuck?
No, I just find it really funny that they revealed the dual sense before the PS5.
Yeah, that's so weird because usually the controller's revealed with the box.
Yeah. Or it's the design of the console before the controller. But no, they decided to go all in with the controller, probably because the design of the console is not finished.
It was also funny how there was an interview with Phil Spencer where he took a shot at PlayStation where he was like, we really liked Cerny's presentation, the specs they presented for PS5, but it actually reassured us of the decisions we took and it made us even happier. I'm like, whoa! This man, bold.
Well, I definitely think that, Sony's got to reveal it soon. They've got to have a consumer-friendly and not.
Yeah, but the reason why they're not doing it, they have not pressure to do it. Just look at how much traction a controller gave them.
Yeah, I know, but Microsoft is so far ahead of them with everything. All they have to reveal is pricing, and then they're done at this point. Launch games, but we already know Halo. But I just hope Sony does something soon. I just want to know. I don't think I'm going to be buying it at launch unless there's a game I want. But like, I just want to know, like if I should expect to buy that at launch, But
Right.
I'm excited. The controller looks nice. Getting off topic, but sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Jeff, how do you feel about the controller?
I really like the shape. I think it might be way more comfortable than the one we currently have. I don't care about the sticks, and I think it looks like it'd be like way higher like tier of controller compared to the PS4. If you know
I think it's
what
gonna be more expensive.
it feels more
Maybe
premium. If you know what I mean.
$100, I would bet.
It feels more premium, and I don't actually have an issue with the. I know a lot of people said the white one looks ugly as shit.
Right.
I actually think it looks good. I don't mind.
It's okay.
So far, the only thing I want on this controller is just to have a good battery life. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing to me too. Like, all things are good. Just like it sometimes just annoys me, like how bad it is. It just like it's annoying at this point. You just have to do better. Come on, because like you can't have a bad. Okay, so Xbox, I don't know how. Like, yeah, batteries. So I don't care about that. But you can't like have a Switch Pro, right? Outdo you by like 5 times as much again. Like that would be embarrassing. So you can't have like Nintendo have a controller that lasts like too much longer.
Right.
So I think they're gonna have like at least 30 hours. They have to. To me,
pray.
they just have to.
I fucking pray.
To me, they just have to. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's an interesting time.
Yeah, interesting. Again, it's crazy. Yeah, that now that FF7 remake is out, other than Xenoblade and Cyberpunk, we have like no dates, right? Like it's so weird. And Ghosts, right?
Yeah.
That's because Last of Us got in def. Oh yeah, Paya, you weren't here when we talked about it last week. How do you feel about the Last of Us and well, not the okay, fuck Iron Man VR. Last of Us delay.
Again, Jeff sent 2 days before the delay, or 3 days. He sent me what a French journalist who has been proven right several times. He said that all the staff in Naughty Dog are not happy and want to delay the game. So what can Sony do for their part? Okay, let's not blame the studio. Let's say it was our decision. Let's blame Corona. Nobody's gonna argue Corona. And let's say fuck this. Let's say fuck this. Fuck all this. We're gonna set a date when the game goes gold. So when the game goes gold, that's when we get an official date, because then it has to come out. Because if you look at every game, Call of Duty between March 11th and March 29th sold over 10 million. What do you think it's over 10 million? Not only digital, physical too. People are buying more games now than ever. Like even Neo 2 sold well. It had no marketing at all. It sold like 3.5 times more than Neo 1. Like all these games, like God of War, sold 500,000 copies randomly just in 10 days. Like just randomly. Yes, it just boomed in the sales. Like all these games are selling well. Why would you have an excuse? Their excuse makes no sense. Where all these other proof, and then like people are gonna use a Game Pass game, like they also get delayed. Yeah. What about these other games though? What if Xenoblade comes out? What if all these games comes out? I don't think so. Like even they've been reassured that Cyberpunk is on track. You won't get delayed because why would it be delayed? If you think about it, if people buy digitally, don't give a fuck. They get it digitally, and people who buy it like physical, doesn't matter if it's a one day delay. Like it's not gonna be like fucking 5 weeks, 6 weeks, or anything. At the most, it's gonna be 1, maybe 2 days if you get a physical copy delay. Yeah. So it's like I think they need more time, and it's gonna be an August release. That's what I think, because September makes no sense. Right. Because obviously it's not gonna go against Avengers, and it doesn't make any sense. October is too close to PS5. July maybe, but like it's better August because you're gonna give Ghost some breathing room, and I think they just need more time anyway. So August makes the more sense, unless they change everything and just launch with PS5, which I don't think is gonna happen. Because it makes more sense to launch it now to get that like last big PS4 game hype for PS5, and then you have like a PS5 only launch title. Then you have like a patch for Last of Us. But I don't believe their excuse. We're gonna know about it later. But again, Jeff sent me 3 days before the delay. Someone told, like he said in the video, the older staff is not happy with it. There's like some things just don't happen randomly. That's like too much proof to me. I'm sorry, it is. And by the way, obviously this outbreak started in the US around middle of March, maybe
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get anything in January or February? The only thing we got was that Naughty Dog has issues with their studios. It was the same guy reporting shit. So we didn't get anything in January or February. The only thing we got was they have issues. That's it.
Ghost of Tsushima isn't that far away from Last of Us.
Yes.
Yeah.
3
So
weeks.
like the fact that they also delayed Iron Man and not this game, it's not
Yeah,
random.
exactly. Ghost is like literally a month out, and it did not get delayed. So that
3 weeks.
And keep in mind, Ghost was rumored to launch in May, so was he forcefully delayed? So I think that game is basically almost finished. They have no reason to delay that game.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, Iron Man was delayed because of like if they released Iron Man, people go, "Oh, we're gonna notice." So I think Iron Man was also delayed just because
it was
to make it look good for them. Yeah.
And I don't think
So I
anyone's
don't-
crying about Iron Man VR getting delayed.
But it's good though. We have Xenoblade on May 29th, a game that's I would say 99% not gonna go play because they don't have mental issues in that development team. Like I've never seen like the only time I get news from Naughty Dog, they have issues, they have problems. Like shut up, what the fuck is wrong with the studio? Like the only time I heard any news since like September about Naughty Dog is a delay, and issues within the studio. Prove me wrong. Like any fan will listen to this. Prove me wrong. Like honestly, the only rumors you heard is that they have issues in the studio.
I'm cackling every time you say Naughty Dog has issues.
That's funny.
Why is that funny?
Would you say that Naughty Dog has deep-seated issues rooted into their development hood?
Yes, they have. Like Naughty Dog this generation, honestly, Uncharted 4 was pretty good. I tried to really play it. I think less of it now. I don't like it as much. Lost Legacy I do like though. That was a dope ass game. I really love Lost Legacy. But like you see, last generation they pulled up 4 games and a PS Vita game, 5 games. This generation, barely 3 games. They made Last of Us 1 in 3 years. I'm just saying. Like, what do you got delayed? Like, what animations? Nobody cares about leaves. Like, they're so fucking fucked up in their head. Like, nobody's gonna. you see a game like this, right? This game has take-two issues. I don't give a fuck. Like, the overall game is good. Like,
Oh my god.
nobody's gonna care. Oh, look at this leaf right here. It's not green enough.
This
Like,
is the most
that's how they think.
realistic leaf.
Neil
Like-
Druckmann does a playthrough of the game.
I'm just telling you right now. The next time you hear about Last of Us date, I think it's gonna be after Ghost because they wanna give Ghost a breeding room, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like it's gone gold. It's going out in 4 or 5 weeks from now. That's gonna be the next time we hear about that game. I think.
Wild.
No, Neil Druckmann tests the game every day, and you're off by 10 RGB of this green tree.
Jeff, do you
It's
like
sick.
Neil Druckmann?
I think the real question is Neil Druckmann even like himself?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It's a
He
great
probably
question.
has to work 24 hours a day to make sure he likes himself.
But like that's why like I think because they delayed it indefinitely, which means like I think Sony was just like, okay, you guys can't give us a date. Just we're gonna delay it until it goes gold.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
That seems the most like likelihood, because especially with all the rumors going on.
Yeah. We'll see.
So
Alright. Well, that's it for the news stories. Now let's go into some fucked up questions. So I pulled these from the Games Cage Discord, so you can submit those every week. So let's start with Dead Pixel saying, "Why did my dad never return from the cigarette store?"
oh man.
Well,
Jeff,
I
you're-
assume your dad was Neil Druckmann.
Oh.
and Neil Druckmann had to go work on a game, so
He never came back. Shit. Okay, next then. Tomatheus says, "Are you gonna make an OnlyFans?" Probably not. Probably.
Why not?
I just think it's not my jam. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck, man.
Massive Legend says Tifa or Aerith.
that's so hard.
Tifa.
I would say
Tifa.
Tifa though.
Jeff.
Tifa.
All right, good. We're all smart people. So
This is very good.
now here's a good question, right? A lot of people ask this. So Inferno Over Jeff says, "Are you gonna ditch Mithra for Tifa?" Now, this is a question I've been getting a lot, right? Are you cheating on Mithra? What's happening with Mithra? Because I feel like this is the first time there's been a like I've been on the Mithra train like like pretty like consistently. Like sure, I've made some remarks about other hot characters, but like I've been really consistently loyal about Mithra. Now Tifa in FF7 Remake is the first time I kind of like lost my mind since Mithra. Where like when I saw her in game, literally 10 minutes with actually not even like a few minutes after seeing her, I ordered the body pillow. So I'm not saying, all I'm saying is there's gonna be a war now. There's definitely gonna be a war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Feral in Ape says Persona 5 Royal, yay or nay? So we have two perspectives. I say yay, Jeff says nay. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, I
There
guess.
you go. Oh wow. Disney guy says, can Sonic cuck me as well? Sure. If you ask him, probably. Corfy says, what is a game that you want to see remastered? So not necessarily remade, just like a.
remake.
Well, my number one game was the first Nier game, which is no.
That was your number one.
Yeah, because I was one. That's like the most. Like remake Metal Gear Solid 1, but like remaster Nier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff's getting his. Noah, you have one?
Honestly, no.
Well,
I mean, I would say Xenoblade, but that's getting remade.
Yeah, I would say the 3D Marios, but hopefully that's happening. Ew. Governor says, if you had to play one game you disliked for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? I'd probably just not game.
Oh shit! Not at all.
I mean, why would I want to play a game I dislike for the rest of my life?
Why would you?
No, fuck that. Alright, let's see. This one's the same one as the other one. Let's see. This one we picked already. No, this one we answered last week. Fidel, can you deep throat a Wii remote? Pio probably can.
What do you mean?
You like eating things.
But not things though. What the fuck?
True.
Kyle, what do you want to tell everyone that what you're originally gonna do for your FF7 unboxing before Corona?
What was I gonna do?
You
I
were
forgot.
gonna flip a car, right?
Yeah, I tried to book one. Yeah. It's a small car, just like cheap one.
Were you gonna book a car to flip?
Yeah.
Huh?
He was.
What?
You don't
Wait,
remember
what?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
What is wrong with you?
No, it got shut down.
Imagine wanting to rent a car to flip for an unboxing.
Bro, it was gonna be the funniest thing.
You
Man
fucked
would
up.
pull up on the camera, unbox
Jesus.
FF7R, go behind him and flip a freaking car.
Oh my god. Alright, this one's for Jeff. Professor asks, when it comes to classes of 3 houses, do you think master classes are bad and in the next game they shouldn't be gender locked, or do you think they're fine as is?
Bruh. Okay.
Is that a yes or a no?
I mean, I don't have an opinion. That's a weird question.
I don't know. Do you like the master classes or not?
I never sat down and like wonder. Do I like the master class? It's just another class I can use. I don't.
Okay, alright, fair. Let's see. This one, how does it like being cucked by a hedgehog? It doesn't feel good at all. Let's see what else. We have a dragon chick right here. We have socking you. We have low tier god. We got some memes. Why are you doing a podcast? Play FF7. Who is the CEO of Fidel? It's Pio, probably.
It's
That's a good question.
It's true. It's a good one.
Pio is the true CEO of the Games Cage.
Yeah, that's true. I was the original creator, but got fired from being too real.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's it. Those are all the questions. I mean, there's a bunch more, but they're all fucking silly, and I hate you all so much in the Discord with a deep passion. Half of them are, why are you fucked up? Why are you dumb? Are you horny? Are you coming? Fuck you guys so much. Well,
It's a good question.
anyways,
Thank you all.
it's been a really good episode. We went over an hour in here. But I think that's gonna be it for this week. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. Guys, do you have any final words? Noah, what do you have to say for the ending?
Play FF7 Remake.
Yeah, that is true. Play if you have on the fence, one of those people like who are on the fence, please don't be. It's 100% worth it. Like
Just play
legit.
the fucking game.
Like it's legit worth it. Like don't be that guy who it's gonna be boring. You know.
Jeff, do you have any final words?
Final words.
Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.
Thank you.